Okay, so this is the penultimate issue of this Kaito 84. First of all, cover's lovely. I think the cover's excellent. There's even some pencil sketches in it in the back of this book, which look fantastic as just as sketches. I'd really love to see like a pen and ink version of this as well, with not necessarily flat colours, but standard Usagi colours and ink styles. But the actual painted one is really really nice, so that's a good start. Um, so yeah, so last issue we saw the fact that Usagi needed to perform these trials, and we already kind of gone much further than I thought we were going to do. Because when I saw it was going to be Usagi 84, I just literally thought it would be, effectively, like a kind of Miami Vice or whatever 80s TV show with Usagi in it. But we've definitely gone back into the supernatural and tied up kind of with the original series. And again, I'll say it, and again, like I'd have every time I've done this, still could be considered in Elseworlds because that's the way Usagi's future holds until it actually happens. But they've strayed even more into the supernaturalist one, which is quite cool. So they go to the trials. There's this massive statue in it. It's like, oh, this is really easy. All we've got to do is prize this green gem out of it, and that, we won't have any issues. And the cool thing about this is Tomo is kind of cautious because obviously due to her police training. Usagi is so reckless in this. He's got literally everything is just like barrel ahead. Oh, just do this, just do this. Oh, we can do that. That'd be fine. Do that. There's no like, well, okay, what happens if we take this out? Something bad's going to happen. Usagi is purposely an absolute kind of just machine of just ongoing kind of recklessness. And there's kind of a point to that, which I think is really cool. So yeah, so he brings out the gem, and of course, as soon as he brings out the gem, this Tengu appears, and it's like, okay, Tomo can actually defeat it with a katana, which again, Usagi's not got a katana. Another interesting point. And then they got all these kind of zombie guys in there as well. And then they managed to fall down a hole, and down the hole they've got this problem, and then they get these shards, and they use the shards of light to kind of dissuade these zombies. Apparently shining light to them, but it makes them flee. And then they realise they can shine this light, and they have to kind of bounce the light around this maze, which is cool because it reminded me of that bit in the Mummy, the original Mummy movie. Well, not the original Mummy movie, but yeah, the Mummy movie where they had to shine the light through. And they did it in Mythbusters as well, which is really nice. And then as they get to there, cause like, oh yeah, there's this massive shield there. It's like, well, okay, what the hell had that shield? Because that is not going to be good. And it turns out it's this massive one-eyed thing, and that's not good either. So yeah, they are massively leaning into the supernatural stuff in this, which I think is really really nice. Anyway, they managed to reclaim the sword, and now they're getting a little bit cautious. Where it's like, okay, something definitely bad is going to happen when we get this sword, but we need to get it. So they get it, and then the entire place comes tumbling down. All the water kind of washes them away. Tomo goes underwater and all this kind of stuff as well. And then we get another giant eel lady and an eel and all this. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. But it's saying it's like, okay, you're great. You saved my life. You got the sword. Thanks very much. We need to go and find Jen. And it turns out that Jen has been captured by little dude here. But yeah, that picture is really, really nice as well. That's just really, really cool. And the one thing I do like about this, oh, you can hardly see it in the little reflection. So the one thing I do really like about this, you can see the texture of the paint board underneath the paint. And I think that's excellent. I mean, that's a poster and a half, really. That's really, really nice. So yeah, so the reason this is also very interesting is they mentioned in this part here that the 3 trials he goes through are part of the samurai trials, and the sword is to do with samurai virtues. The sword is to do with benevolence. Sorry, the shield is meant for benevolence. The second trial is the mirror, which is to represent wisdom, and the third trial is the sword to be valor. Now, literally, Sagi does this. It would appear anyway. We obviously won't know to the final issue, but before this issue, and he goes for the trials, he's technically, he's not now, not even true now, but he's not a samurai. He's not the warrior spirit we know from the original series. He goes for the trial, and literally within 2 pages of going for the trials, he's got a sword in his hand. He's ready to strike out with it. He's now becoming the Usagi Yojimbo, or at least, the modern day Usagi Yojimbo character we already know. And I think that's really, really cool. And yeah, you see, like the hero's journey, all this kind of stuff it makes sense. But spelling it out at the back really does help kind of, give you that idea and actually figure out exactly what's going on. And I think that's excellent. I think that's really, really good. So, so I'm looking forward to the 5th issue of this. Obviously, we've got some really nice pictures of Isaka and all this other stuff as well. We have some really nice sketches. That's the pencil sketch of the cover, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And then we've got issue 5's cover, which is old Jay there. So we're ready for a fight. So yeah, all in all, this is, again, as I've said before in its issue reviews, this has been surprisingly good. Not in the fact that I didn't think that, the creators were up to it, but simple fact is I'm really, really protective of Stan Sakai's work. And, you see these spin-off stuff and you think, oh, really? This one lives up to it. I think this has been really, really good, and I would definitely be very, very interested in some more of this stuff. And as I said before, meeting up with the turtles would be absolutely spectacular. So anyway, so yeah, I think that's enough rambling for now. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.